What's up everybody, Supersmallchibiwolf here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Trigun. This is a 26 episode anime series from the 1990s. First thing I want to talk about are the characters. The characters were funny, interesting, and great. I like the reasoning and introductions for being involved in the crazy life of Vast Stampede. And throughout these 26 episodes, we kind of see their effect on him and the story as a whole. And, I enjoyed that. So the first character I want to talk about is Vash. He was a funny, clumsy guy that likes to play around, and while he seems to be careless at times and he acts like an ignorant civilian, he's actually a cool, skilled fighter who has some superhuman-like abilities, and he has such great talents and also bad luck and good luck. Bad luck in the way of, due to his reputation for being Vash Stampede, a lot of people want to fight him, and good luck because every time he's involved in a fight, a lot of times he kind of gets away, and due to his reactions of people kind of going after him, it results in him kind of blocking a lot of attacks and with not that much effort. So pretty cool. Good luck and bad luck, I'd say. But despite being known as a heartless guy, he actually does care about a lot of people. And throughout this series, we see a lot of his respect and love towards a lot of people that he meets, and especially the insurance girls, Meryl and Millie. I would say Vash is one of the coolest guys and gunslingers in anime. He lives by a philosophy of peace for all, and killing is evil. Also, peace and love. Stuff like that. So, really chill guy. Next character I'm going to talk about is Meryl. She was a nice girl, but sometimes serious. She worked alongside her friend Millie, getting information about Vash and details of their adventures following Vash. When it comes to interacting with Vash, she sometimes tends to be a little bit harsh and serious. But later on, she kind of, grows on him, and he kind of grows on her as well, and then they eventually become good friends, I'd say. Overall, I'd say, the relationship between Vash and Meryl was one that was really interesting and pretty cool. So the next character I'm going to talk about is Millie. She was a nice-hearted girl that loves to have fun, and she is always happy. She worked alongside Meryl, and while Meryl is more of a serious girl, Millie is more of a chilled and happy girl. At times she can be more of a, girl that kind of loves to have fun a little bit too much and kind of doesn't take a lot of things too seriously. But at times when she does take stuff seriously, she kind of whips out her a big gigantic weapon and shoots off these, custom bullets that kind of trap her opponents, and it's pretty cool. I'd say also that, she's somewhat similar to Vash. She is most of the time, funny and has like a upbeat, happy personality and like, hey, what's up? And then when she's serious, and I enjoyed that about her. A great duo her and Meryl made. And another thing I would say about Millie is that, I enjoyed her story, from beginning to end, her personal story. Like, how they handled her was good. Next character I'm going to talk about is Wolfwood. Now, I like Wolfwood. I think he was a nice and funny guy that wields a giant weapon similar to Millie. But I'll also say that he was also funny and serious. He's kind of like Vash and Millie put together, but he kind of has his own thing going as well that makes him unique. That's how I would describe it. At times he could be, heartful, loving, and cool like Vash, and then kind of like a playful like Millie. But when he's serious, and that's pretty cool moments it creates. And also, I'd say this, he's the priest of Trigun, but I'd say he's similar to, someone that comes to mind is the priest from Inuyasha. I'd compare him to that, another cool priest that's funny like him. So besides that, I say, he's a pretty cool guy that, I enjoyed his relationships with the other characters, him and Vash, had some cool interactions, and they work great as a team, similar to Millie and Mabel. So as a whole, I'd say when they do teams or duos, it's pretty cool. Trigun characters, the other characters were great as well. A lot of times, what was it? I say they introduce kid characters and give them more of a funny and good role as well, interesting role. And I'd say episode 8 and 9 stands out when it comes to this. And I enjoyed them, the other characters as well. So the music as a whole, I'd say is good. Nothing too great, but not bad at all. Okay, the intro was cool. It was great. Electric guitar tone, while having great visuals of the characters, which was my favorite thing about Trigun, the characters. The outro was good with a chill feel to it. Now the story starts in a bar where some locals are talking about Vash while Vash himself is chilling and having a drink. The place gets shot up by a group of criminals with Vash being protected by a sign. At the same time, two young ladies, Mel and Millie, arrive at another bar. And we gotta trying to figure out where Vash is. They're searching for Vash, seeing like, where's this guy? Then a group of guys try to get with them, only for Millie's giant weapon to fall and injure them. And basically, they get into like a little fight, little fight. So after getting some information, they go out and search for Vash. After a small interaction with the bounty hunters, Vash gets captured with a small fight starts and a misunderstanding of the criminals going after Vash believe that one of the guys is Vash. So after having this misunderstanding, Vash is escaping with Meryl and Millie kind of helping him out, helping to do it out. And throughout Vash from here, I'd say they kind of go on like this, Millie and Meryl following Vash, and you see Vash himself kind of doing his thing, helping other people, and a pretty cool guy, And also, what was it? Vash is also known as the Human Typhoon. And what was it? What's his other name? $60 billion man. Yes, those two. Those what was it, like his what he's known as, his kind of infamous names they give to him. So overall, the story was interesting and great, and I enjoyed it. So one thing I enjoyed about Trigun, I'd say, is I enjoy how Trigun balances its fights, craziness, comedy, and characters well. But I would say what it does lack on is giving us more information about and backstories about the characters. For example, it does give information, but it's not in the same way as another similar anime I will compare it to is Cowboy Bebop, which is kind of, if you put those two animes side by side, they are similar, one thing I enjoyed, now don't get me wrong, they do give us some backstory, but I would have liked a little bit more, Yeah, I think that would have made it more fun, interesting to characters, and more interesting characters, in my opinion, would kind of provide more of a fun experience. We kind of get to know about them, kind of, get an idea of how they used to be and seeing how they are improving and, I don't know, stuff like that. But overall, let's say, and the last thing I want to talk about is the graphics. That's another thing. I'd say, a lot of people might look at Trigun and anime around this time and say, oh, it's old or looks weird. In my opinion, I love the classic anime look, and especially one of the unique characters that I enjoyed, that was just, it has a basic, design, I admit, but the black cat, which is in every episode, is like this, it's like a side character. Well, it is a side character, but you just see the black cat in different locations randomly throughout Trigun. You see him or at the bar or chilling or on the sun, laying down, and yeah, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. Why? Because Trigun had the cat in every episode, and leaving it out would be, well, weird. I don't know. But moving on from that, yeah. So after watching Trigun, I'd say this. Trigun was a crazy and fun adventure to watch. I would say it's an anime that has great characters, story, music, and more. I love Trigun. I recommend watching Trigun. It's one of my favorite animes of all time, and remember when before watching Trigun, I had some memories, and let me tell you, I'm happy that after watching Trigun, they kind of, lived up, to what I remembered, the nostalgia, let's say, you know. But I'd say this as well. It does have here and there, issues, I'd admit, but not a lot for, it's gonna be like, oh, it's obvious, what, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy, long story short. So, after all I'd say, I recommend watching Trigun. It's a pretty cool anime, not even that long. It's 26 episodes long. The animes that I recommend watching are Cowboy Bebop and Kill Me Baby, a slice of life anime that I always wanted to say. I'd say, what was it? Yeah, yeah, I think I recommended one more, like before recommended it today. I think 2 animes ago that I recommended. I don't remember, but yeah, just in case, Kill Me Baby and Cowboy Bebop. Why? Because Cowboy Bebop, well, it's similar, and then Kill Me Baby because, to be honest, it is similar to Trigun if you truly look at it. You know, two characters, two duos, kind of going on with these characters. One serious one and then one that's kind of comedic effect. Of course, I'm saying Vash is the comedic one, while Wolfwood is more of the little bit more serious than him, and yeah, it's pretty funny. Also, it's a slice of life anime, which I also enjoy. So with those 3 animes, I hope you enjoy a great time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye.